your identity is the key to your life. Your bank identity, your Qatar ID, your passport number, driving license number, these are your main identity. If I was able to steal your identity, it's exactly like if I had stolen your apartment key. I can get inside whenever I want and do whatever I want.
Today on this episode, we'll be talking about banking frauds and scams. To share the complete story and insight, we have with us our special guest, Mr. John Mankarios.
Thank you, Nazia. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Pleasure to have you here. To start with, tell me how many types of bank frauds are there?
Oh, there are a lot. So let's start with phishing, which is sending a fake email account, trying to steal your username and password, tries to steal your credit card number, and so on. Now we have something called smishing, which is a phishing SMS. Like I believe everyone in Qatar has already received something like that. There is an urgent payment, please go ahead and do this payment. Once you click on the URL, you will need to share your bank account details, like your credit card number, and voila, it's gone. And there is something famous nowadays called phishing. Phishing, which is a voice phishing. So, for example, like 1.5, 2 years ago, I received a phishing on my WhatsApp, pretending to be Sheikh Tamim and trying to ask me to do an urgent transaction. So this is one type. And nowadays, when we have the AI in place, it's more risky. So we have something called deepfake. Deepfake, where you create a video pretending to be yourself with the same eye movement, same way of speaking, same accent, same way of your hand movement, and so on. And there was an incident in one of the banks in India that through a deepfake deepfake video inside a meeting, the CFO was able to convince the employees to process, I don't remember the number exactly, but it was millions of dollars.
Oh my God.
And it was caught later on. So that's the major type of frauds that affects our banking system nowadays, not only in Qatar but globally.
What are steps individuals can take in order to, protect themselves from all of these frauds and scams?
Well, there are many levels. The first level is your identity.
Okay.
Identity, which I means is your bank identity, your Qatar ID, your passport number, your license, driving license number. These are your main identity. You have to protect these. As I always say, your identity is the key to your life. If I was able to steal your identity, it's exactly like if I have stolen your apartment key. I can get inside whenever I want and do whatever I want. So your identity is very important to protect. Protect by not sharing it to anyone. If you have to share it like with your bank, it has to be through official channels, like business email account. Okay. If you have to share it for any reason, like you are traveling with a travel agency and the travel agency would like your passport to book the ticket, through official channels like email, if they have an official WhatsApp number. Some banks now, they have an official WhatsApp number. So your identity is the first thing. Second thing, always be aware of what you receive. If you receive an SMS, look for some triggers like wrong English.
Okay.
Because scammers usually, in order not to be caught by any spam filtering, they change the wording. Like if we are talking about bank, it will be BAN, then space, then K.
Okay.
Okay, so it will not be caught by any spam filtering. Make sure there is no urgency. They will always try to let you feel that your life will end if you don't do it now. So your bank account got blocked.
Right.
You need to activate your bank account now or it will be lost forever.
Yeah.
Or you have to do this payment now or your shipment will go back to UAE or go back to US or whatever.
Right.
There is always urgency. Your bank will never ask you to do something that urgent. Never ever. Last thing I would like to talk about, if you are dealing with a person or agency for your bank, for whatever, make sure he's an authorized.
Right.
Nowadays, I can send you, people are always dreaming of being rich. So you have won $100,000, you have won $1 million, but you need to share your ID and need to share your bank account now so we can transfer the money. Don't.
Relax.
There is no impossible. This is actually happening. And privacy, which we talk about at the beginning and the end. Your privacy, not only about your ID, but only about your financial statements, your sensitive information like marriage certificate, your birth certificate, your kid's birth certificate. This all, always. If you cannot shred it, keep it in a safe, or you can rent a safe in one of the banks and keep these kind of sensitive documents there.
Very well said.
Thank
Okay,
you.
John, tell me what steps consumers or customers can take to prevent their accounts from account takeovers.
Account takeovers is very famous now. So first thing, as we mentioned before, don't share your account. The bank will not call you, ask you, we need your bank account. They already have your bank account.
Yeah.
So they will never ask you to do this. If you receive a phishing email, if you receive SMS phishing, whatever thing that will be sent to you asking you to authenticate, for example, or to share your bank details or your account details, it's not legitimate. It's not happening. If you are not certain if it's legitimate or no, contact the person directly. So for example, Nazia sent me an email to process a specific payment. I am not sure if it's Nazia or someone pretending to be Nazia. What am I supposed to do? I have Nazia's mobile number. I will call Nazia, ask her, did you actually send me an email asking to proceed with like 500 Qatar Riyal transaction? Yes or no? If yes, then it's maybe legitimate. I have to proceed. If no, then block it directly. Report it to your IT. If it's business, if it's personal, report it to your bank account or to cybercrime unit in MOI. If it's in business, we all have a relation in business. I will not receive from company X a transaction while I don't know anyone in company X. So I always have to call and confirm. These are the main points where you need to implement or you need to be careful when you process any payment or when you trying to protect your account from being taken over.
Also tell me, what are some of the signs of credit card frauds?
Urgency. Always urgency. Always urgency. And it always comes with a small amount. And I remember I was traveling outside Qatar and I got an SMS that my MasterCard, not even the credit card, which I don't use anywhere, by the way. My MasterCard is my backup card. I don't use it. And I found that my MasterCard has been involved in a transaction with $60. Then before I start thinking, what is this? Again, $100. Then without thinking if it's legitimate or if it's fake, I logged into my net banking, I blocked that card. Immediately, till I investigate, understand what's happening. I did an investigation for like 30 minutes. I discovered it's actually fake. Next step, I call my bank, even from outside Qatar. They have international numbers where you can call them on. I call my bank, informed what happened, report the case, told him the amounts, told him the transaction. They did their own precautions, and I logged into my net banking again, reported the case through the net banking. And once the bank confirms these transactions are not real transactions and not legitimate, and you did not do it by yourself, they will do their own investigation and they will return the money back to you. So by this way, you are sure that your money is back. If you ignore it, trust me, it will happen a lot. It's a small amount, so some people will not.
They ignore, yeah.
They will not care. But it's very important.
Very important that you need to block first, take the
Yes.
action.
Yes.
Okay, now how would you like to define the role of bank in order to prevent money laundering here in Qatar?
The banks here are doing an amazing job. I have been here in financial sector since 2014. So we're talking about around 11 years. Since that time, I have seen the regulations from Qatar Central Bank and from QFCRA, because some financial institutions are regulated by QFCRA. I have seen their money laundering regulations, how it is evolved. And nowadays, they are doing not only one check, they are doing multiple checks related to money laundering, the source of the money, the destination of the money, how the money was funded, and all of these type of checks. We have a responsibility we have a responsibility. We always need to give the banks the full information. Like, imagine I have 2 passports. I can do KYC with 1 passport, right? So I am residing here as an Egyptian, for example. Let's say I have a US passport. So I need also to share my US passport. I need to give the bank full information so they can do their job in a proper way. Second thing, if I feel there is any transaction that is fraud or it's a money laundering, I have to report it directly to the bank. It's one of our job. And all banks, they have something called MLRO, Money Laundering Reporting Officer.
Okay.
Where is responsible only, it can be department, it can be one person, responsible only for this type of transactions.
Okay, also tell me how businesses can actually prevent themselves from BEC scams, which we say that businesses email compromise scams.
Well, there are some responsibility on the technology team. Like they need to make sure they have anti-spam solution, proper one, that is blocking, not actually working, not only by passing email. You need to enable something called anti-phishing policies and procedures. You have also anti-spoofing. Spoofing is very important, and spoofing is where I pretend to be yourself and send an email. Yeah, for example, I can, let's say, a CEO who's named XYZ, and his email is xyz@domain.com. What I will do, I will create xy.z at another domain.com or xyz@domain.com and put the same display name as the CEO, which is XYZ, and send an email asking my employees to do a specific transaction. So this is what we call spoofing. So you have to have an anti-spoofing policy. And from my perspective, the most important one is user awareness. If you run an awareness program every year for all your employees, and if it's happening in all companies across Qatar, trust me, this type of fraud, I don't want to say will end, but it will be very limited. Right. Because all who lives in Qatar either employees or they know someone who is working which can share knowledge with. Unfortunately, some companies are ignoring these. It's an awareness campaign. They know this is phishing. They know what is this. No need to do it.
Yeah.
Which is not true. So we care a lot about user training and user awareness, and it has to change every year. Right. And you need to give them exercises. You need to run phishing simulation, right, where you send your end users some phishing emails that even if they click on it, there is no harm. But you detect this person is not aware this is phishing. Right. You need more training, or she needs more training.
True.
So user awareness. Plus all what we have mentioned before. You need to be suspicious about every email. If there is a transaction in that email, you need to make sure it's a proper transaction. You need to contact the person who sent you the email. Don't share your account, not even bank account, your identity, your bank, your login ID. So another company share with you, hi, we have shared with you the business proposal, please log in order to download it. Doesn't make sense. Why another company will ask for your credentials to log into their system and download the proposal? So you always have to be aware of these type of scams.
Thank you so much, John, for taking out this time and sharing some amazing information with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you once again.
It's a very pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.